Hi, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever you want to call it. But my name is Michelle. I've never been interested in politics. I never got into voting until Mr. Obama got into office. But I'm here to speak today because I'm going to say this. I've worked in mental illness, I've worked in nursing, I've done a lot of stuff in my lifetime. I am a mother of 7. I am still raising children. I've been doing it for 32 years. I have 2 stepdaughters, wonderful girls, love them. I have a son who will be 32 this year that I actually had. My stepdaughters are 36 and 35. I have a son who I helped raise and was a mother to him because his mom chose drugs and a horrible life over him. So I was his mom. I have 2 other sons, and they are 21 and 20. And, they are good kids. They were molested. They've had problems. My older son, he was beat up by his father, his stepfather, and his uncle. All because, had to keep the privacy of their drug habits or their porn habits or whatever their habits were. So they took it out on the kids. I have a daughter. She was molested by her own father. I have a sister who is younger than my oldest son, and he was molested by an ex-husband, by the same one that molested his own daughter. But here is what I am here to speak about today. I just wanted you to understand that I understand problems, but there is no white privilege. I hate to break that to every freaking body, but there is no white privilege. I would love to see some white privilege. I am an American Indian, but I am whiter than white. I have no white privilege. I have no Indian privilege. Although the whole North America belongs to the Native Americans because the wonderful USA stole it, and they were slaves before the black people, and they don't get whatever y'all want to call it. Nobody gives us money. We don't get money from the government. We didn't get paid for our lands. But the black folks, the liberal black folks think they deserve money when their own people sold them to the white folks and to the black folks. Rich and poor, it doesn't matter. We have all had wrong done to us. But as for the transgender community, I'm going to say this. Most of them have been molested. Most of them have been abused and molested, and that's why they think that they are this or that. And you people out here sitting here trying to get your children gender affirmed or whatever, stop molesting and abusing your children. I think you're wrong. I think there's something wrong with you. And as for Trump, he was good to our country. He might have not had the perfect mouth. He might have not did everything right, but he did more than this president pissy pants that we have right now. And I am not a genius, and I am not the smartest person in the world, but I will tell you one thing. Even my 20-year-old and my 21-year-old, even my 16-year-old can see what a pissy job President Pissy Pants is doing. And they can see the wrong that this man is doing to Trump, to the American people, taking from them. giving it to Ukraine and China, and then China giving it back to these little liberal pissy pants. And then they're all along, they're making fun of us. Making fun of us. Like we are the shittiest country. And you know what? We are. Right now, we are the shittiest country. We have a lot of good people. But I am 50 years old, and I am so sick of hearing about these transgenders that are being attacked. No one's attacking you. We don't care if you cut your penises off. When you're a grown adult, you can do whatever you want to do with your body. Cut your boobs off, cut your penises off. Who cares? But stop trying to do it to the children. Let them grow up. Let them make their own decisions. Let them grow up. Let them talk to God about it if they want. If they don't want to, that's up to them. But stop trying to chop off their penises and their boobs and take their uteruses and do whatever you want with these children. Stop it. This is what the government wants. They want us fighting with each other. They want everybody in a parade, and they want to be able to just take everything from us. The whole point of guns is to protect ourselves, to protect our country. Do you know why Putin and them won't come attack us? Because we have more guns than any country. Do you not think that these rednecks won't stand up for our country? I grew up with rednecks. And let me guarantee and tell you, they will. If you take all the guns away, Putin, Germany, all of them will come to America. We have not had a war in America in a long time. But if they can get all our guns, there will be a war. I guarantee it. So all you liberals who think you're so grand and the world is so after you and it's all about you, you better stop and look at what it's actually about. It's about the American people and the American land and our oil and all of our stuff that we have. If you don't want to be a slave again, then you better start fighting. Or we'll all be slaves because you allowed our guns to be taken. You have allowed the government to get into everything. And as for our men, leave them alone. Stop griping at them. Stop taking and trying to turn them into women. We need our men. And we need actual men. Not men growing boobs and talking about Barbie pouches and disgusting shit. And not men who are trying to talk our children into whatever so they can molest them. Is that what you want for your children? Is them to be molested by men and women? To be beaten? To be ripped open? Is that what you want? I mean, that's what I see. That's what I am watching. I don't care. If our world doesn't start getting Jesus back, he's going to come back and it's not going to be great and it's not going to be fun. He's not going to come back as a gentle baby. He's going to come back as a warrior. And trust me, this time he's going to be upset with us. If we don't get some compassion and we don't start taking charge of our children and our homes and stop worrying about what the government wants. Oh, President Pissy Pants. Look, I took care of a liberal just the other day, and she did not like me because I liked Trump. And I never said anything bad to her. But she wasn't nice to me. I was very honorable and I was very nice to her and I took good care of her and her husband. I sat in the hospital all day with them because I cared. You know what? You people think Republicans are bad. We are not bad people. We are probably not the greatest people, but we're not the bad people. But you believe the government. You believe these people who just want to be the greatest people. They're so awesome. Oh my God, they're so great. They are not. Get it together, people. They're trash. They are trash. Start praying for our country. Start praying for our children. Hang on to your kids. Stop sexualizing them. They are not nice at all. The damage that it does to kids when they are sexualized is just unbelievable. I have taken care of handicapped children who have been molested. I have taken care of adults who have been molested. I have 2 children that were molested. I have a sister that was molested. My mother was molested. Even I was molested. But if you forgive them, God takes care of them. But the ones that aren't letting it go are the ones that are chopping off their boobs and they're chopping off their penises. Or they don't have God in their life. Think about it, people. Think hard. Start reading the Bible. Start listening. Just watch and listen. I've been doing it for a while now. I have listened to both sides of the yard there, you know. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't listen in history. When it came to history, I slept, okay? I slept because I thought history was stupid. This is so dumb. What are we going to listen to this for? Well, the reason you listen to history is so you don't repeat it. Thank God that my son taught me a lot of it. Yes, my almost 31-year-old son. He taught me all history. He would come home so excited. He loved it. He's the one that taught me to be a Republican. He was 15, 14 years old, and he came home and he told me he was a Republican. I said, what? He said, when I grow up, I'm going to be a Republican. And I said, why? So he made a list and he said, this is what the Democrats stand for, and this is what the Republicans stand for, Mom. A list. And he stood up against it by himself. I never taught my children about any government systems. I didn't even vote at the time. My own son came home and taught me and told me to be a Republican. Everybody always says it's the parents, but I hate to break it to you. Most kids think for themselves. So, all I'm saying today is it's time to wake up. It's time to change before the government takes us over and the things that would happen. Once they take over and they take your children and they do whatever they want with our children, and stop believing that you have to have these mandatory vaccinations. You do not. Only in California, because California thinks it's the ruling of the world. That's why over 6,000 people are moving away from California and nobody's moving in except for the movie stars. That's all I have to say today. Enjoy. You have a great day and a great night. God bless. I'm out. Bye.